I'm Adam, and you are?
Hannah.
Yes, this is my little helper. We're gonna have another helper come along the way. They're gonna take turns today. But this is where we bring food, family, and fun together in the kitchen. I am far from a professional, just to let you know. I'm just a regular dad, a meteorologist that comes in and cooks in the kitchen, called Weathering the Kitchen. So today we are gonna make two kinds of chili. Now, one is going to be turkey chili, and another one is gonna be venison chili. Yeah.
The family
What's our family doing?
coming to our house.
Yes, they are coming to our house. They're gonna come tomorrow because we're gonna have a big party, Oktoberfest. Get to work?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. All right, so we start with our 2 8-quart pots that we put 2 tablespoons of olive oil in each. Then we have this beautiful produce here that Daddy chopped and minced up. We have our onions, celery,
And peppers.
bell peppers, red and yellow because they're sweeter than the green ones, plus it gives a better variation in color in the chili, and the minced garlic. Now, it's very important that the garlic and the onions are all the same size when you cut them, and Daddy has a trick as to how you can do that, and it's so super simple, so take a look. Okay, so you're gonna take the onion, which you've basically cut in half, place it down on the cutting board, and then put your hand on the top, and at the same time, you're gonna do 2 slivers, one at the top, one at the bottom. Turn the onion long ways. You're gonna cut slices, probably less than a ½ inch apart. Turn it again, same thing, about a ½ inch apart. Gonna cut some slices down the middle, and you're gonna have perfectly minced onions that are all the same size. All right, so I have all these beautiful garlic cloves, and they have skin on them, so here's a way you can easily get them off. You take the flat end of a big knife and whack it as hard as you can, and then it basically splits open the garlic. It can easily take the skin right off, and then you're ready just to quickly give it a mince. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is put in our onions. While the oil's nice and hot, so be careful.
Can I put it
Yep,
in?
go ahead. Okay. Oh, hear that beautiful sizzle. That is what you want to hear when you're cooking. We're gonna put in 2 cups of chopped celery. All right, so once these cook down just a little bit, and it smells so good, then we can add our bell peppers. So here you go, let's add the bell peppers. Ooh, how beautiful that is. Okay.
That beautifulness.
Yes, and then once the peppers are in, you're gonna let those cook down for a couple of minutes before we add the garlic into the mix. The garlic's gonna go in last because garlic can burn easily, and there's nothing worse than the taste of burned garlic.
Bleh.
The final step of the first part of this is adding the garlic in. And that garlic is gonna add a little bit of that spice, that natural spice into the dish. So, garlic, it keeps vampires away.
Really?
Well, so they say. Do you think vampires are real?
No.
No, don't make believe. Okay, so now that everything has simmered and we put the garlic in, next we're gonna put in the spices. And I like to do this step
Voila.
next. Voila is right. You're such a little ham, like a little model. So I like to put the spices in next because I feel like it opens up the aroma to the flavors within the spices. So you can see how beautiful colored this is. Now you can
Right
either pick up the
there.
chili packets. I don't like to do that. I like to put in a specific variety of spices. So what Jacob has in his hand here is 6 tablespoons of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of ground cumin, 2 tablespoons of paprika, which adds a little bit of a smoky flavor, 2 tablespoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of jalapeno pepper, which is optional if you want that little kick, and also 2 tablespoons of dried oregano. All right, go ahead and pour all that in.
No, I want to do it.
All right, go ahead. Okay, pour that in.
Whoa.
Nice job, buddy.
I can.
So now you can see, you hear that sizzle. When I mix this all around, all of those veggies are gonna get coated with the spices. 1 can of chicken stock, which is like 2 cups. So again, pour that in. Whoa!
Whoa.
Yeah, look at that. Okay, so we're gonna put 1 can of chicken stock inside the turkey
Wow,
chili, and we're gonna add 1½ cups of beer. This is the special ingredient.
No, I'm gonna put it in.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, you're holding
Go ahead. All right. So 1.5
Ooh.
cups of beer. Now in the venison chili, I just put in 2 cups of beer and no chicken stock. Okay, so now I'm gonna put that in and we're gonna let this simmer and reduce a little bit before we put in our meat. The meat will be the next step.
Yeah, that.
Okay, so that's boiling nicely. So want to help me put in all that ground meat? Whoa! There we go. So again, I'm doing 4 pounds of ground meat because we're feeding a whole family here. So we've got the venison in the venison pot. We've now got the turkey in the turkey pot. And again, you're just going to use your spoon and kind of chop it up so it gets into small pieces. Oh, that beer is now simmering.
It looks so good.
It does look so good. And you can have it because we cook all the alcohol out of the beer. And you can use any of your favorite beer you like. I like using a lager. Okay, so we're gonna put in our beans now. If there's not enough protein in there with the turkey, why not add some more protein? We add all those black beans and those red kidney beans. And that's just gonna add more depth and
now
flavor
we just need to do
into
the
our
black.
chili. And we have one more step, which we're gonna add our
I mean
did-
the tomato.
Yes, the tomatoes. Let's go get those. All right, so that's simmering beautifully. So let's add our cans
I'll
of,
do it.
yes, diced tomatoes. Whoa, bud, oh, what a mess. Which is fine, we like messes in the kitchen. Okay, so we put the 1 can in and put 1 more. Put 1 more can in for me. Can you put the other can in for me, bud? There we go.
Okay, Hannah can do
The
it.
2.
Hannah can do it.
Hannah can do the next step? Okay, Hannah can do the next one, okay? All right, so as you can see here, we're kind of going in between kids. You're not Jacob anymore. Who are you? Hannah! You're Hannah. We have our 2 pots of chili. We have our turkey chili and we have our venison chili. And Hannah has the last ingredients in her hand, which are bay leaves that we're gonna put into our pots. All right, so Hannah's gonna put in the dried bay leaves. There we go. So we'll put them in. We'll just mix them up a little bit so they get it nice and flavored. Yep, you can mix just a little bit. So the hard part is done. And I kind of laugh when I say hard because chili is so easy to make. I've got my venison chili in this pot for those who want the venison lean meat. But also there's lean meat in this. This is the turkey chili. And basically it's the same ingredients in each with just a minor tweak or 2, which you can find on my website to get the exact recipe. But I like to let these simmer for at least an hour and a half, 2 hours with the lids off because that steam is basically excess moisture that is being released into the air, so everything kind of condenses. And also, as you can see, it's dark out. This is the night before the big party tomorrow. I like to cook it a day ahead because overnight, all of those flavors are going to marry with one another. So we will see you tomorrow when we top these babies off with the final ingredients. See you then. Okay, so now it is time for the cook to eat. My family has completely eaten their helpings. So we get the chili in a bowl, then you put a little dollop of the sour cream on top, add a little bit of chives, some shredded cheddar cheese, and this is optional, but it adds a little bit of acidity as well as freshness. Squeeze a little lime on top. Do not forget the bread and butter. Dip that baby in there. And I'm gonna steal this spoon since everyone else has eaten already. And basically, this says comfort food, whether it is on a fall day, it's a chilly winter day, game day, or a day when family and friends are in town. I would say Jacob did a good job making the chili. All right, you gotta try this one. Thanks for watching this video. If you wanna learn more or get some recipes, right below me, weatheringthekitchen.com. In addition, check out that video. You may learn something new. Also, hit the subscribe button. I'll push content out every Saturday morning, whether it's in the kitchen, in the garden, or home decor. Don't miss out.